Hello, everyone, and welcome to spring semester at the University of Montevallo. This is MC 100, which is Intro to Mass Communication. My name is Danielle Devers, and I am your instructor for this semester. I am so excited to get to have you for this semester, even if it is only remotely. But I hope that through our interactions on this course, we will get to know one another very well, that you will understand what mass communications is about and get to know the mass communication department a little bit as well. So I'm going to run you through in this video a little bit about me and why I teach this course, as well as what this course is really about and what I hope that you will gain from it this semester. And then in a later video, we'll discuss the syllabus and other course expectations. But just for now, we're just going to be talking about quick introductions. So as I said, my name is Danielle Devers, and I am the instructor for this course. I'm an instructor for the University of Montevallo, teaching multimedia journalism. That's everything from print to digital journalism, including broadcast and television journalism. But I also teach PR and how advertising, PR, and social media can really combine with convergent media practice. I'm also receiving my PhD from the University of Alabama. I hope to graduate this May. So I'm actually a student just like you. So I understand the difficulties of being a student during these crazy semesters that we've been having. I received my master's from the University of Alabama in communication management and my bachelor's degree in telecommunications and film, as well as political science from the University of Alabama. So, a little bit about me professionally. I have been working as a college instructor for the past 4 years now. This is my second semester here at Montevallo, but I've been working teaching classes both at UA and at UAB prior to that. I research a lot about multimedia journalism practice. Specifically, my dissertation is about the nonverbal communication of broadcast journalists during crisis. Um, but before I ever got into academia, I worked as a television journalist for over 15 years. And then I also worked in nonprofit PR for the American Heart Association, the American Red Cross, and other large nonprofit entities. So I hope that my job as your instructor will be to expose you to the world of mass communication, teach you a little bit about what I've done professionally, but also show you how, even if you don't want to go into communication as a profession, you can be a good media consumer and producer. So, personally, about me, I have been married to my high school sweetheart for almost 12 years now. His name is Patrick. He also worked in television news. We have a 6-year-old daughter named Skylar, and we are Disney obsessed. We love Disney World. We go multiple times a year. So, I will often make Disney World as well as some Harry Potter references during class. If Disney's not your thing, I apologize. I will try to make other references. Superheroes also tends to be one that I use a lot, but Disney is my go-to. So yes, I obviously love Disney, but I also love to travel. Prior to the pandemic, I tried to travel internationally at least once a year, trying to go around the world and visit different places. And so just a little bit about me. So, for Mass Communication 100, this is a class that is an introductory class. It's general education, meaning you don't have to be in mass communication to take or enjoy this class. But we are really looking at all forms of mass communication. So, the first thing that we'll be covering starting next week is what is mass communication? How do we define it? What is it? What types of things fall under this definition of mass communication? We'll look at various models of mass communication as well as mass communication theory, how mass communication can affect us as people, as consumers, and also as producers of media. And then we'll look at media types and we will go into the history of each of these many media types, as well as how the business and industry works for each of these, allowing you to see a little bit of the historical perspective as well as how it works in the modern world. So we'll be covering the internet and social media, and then video games and gaming, books and publishing, newspapers, traditional and digital, magazines, print and digital. We will talk about music and sound recording. Then we'll talk about broadcast radio, broadcast television, movies, and then advertising and PR. And so each week we'll cover a different one of these types of communication types and really get into some interesting history and examples of each. So, this is a really fun course because we all love media. But I think that even though we are huge media consumers in our day to day lives, there's a lot about media that we don't actually know from behind the scenes. So, this class will hopefully give you a good glimpse into what the life of mass communication is really about. So, what will you learn in this class? Well, the primary thing is that we want to see how mass media is evolving. We want to see what type of influence or effect it has on our daily lives. We want to talk about media convergence, which is really how all types of media are growing into each other. We no longer just have television on our television sets, we can now watch it on our phones or on the web. So, talking about how convergent style media affects these different types of industries. We want to talk about the history of media, see where it started from and how it's evolved over time. We want to talk about contemporary media practices, so how industries and businesses work, especially as the economics of media continue to change. We want to talk about how we consume media. How do we take in media and how does it potentially affect us? How can we produce media? Everything from a tweet or a TikTok that you post, that's media. You're contributing and creating media all the time. And so you need to know how to do it ethically and responsibly. And then that leads us to a central theme of this class, and something that I think is really important is how social issues are affected by the media, because we all know that media has a large influence over things like discrimination, injustice, digital divides, things like that. And so we will talk about how you can use media, both as a consumer and a producer of media, to impact society for the better. And I think that's one of the biggest takeaways that I hope you will learn from this class. How will you learn it? Well, you signed up for an entirely online section of this course. So you will be presented all of your material through modules in Canvas. We have no meeting times. So you will not log into Zoom. You will not come into a classroom. Everything will be ready for you in different modules in Canvas. So what you need to do is log on to your Canvas, come into MC100 and click that home button at the very top where it says start here. You can see that I have created the Canvas homepage into modules. You'll have a tab that says semester long resources, and then you'll have our two semester long projects next. And then each week will have its own module. I want you to go through everything in the modules in order. So, the very first thing you should do is watch the welcome video. This is obviously from my fall Canvas course because I'm still setting up Canvas as I'm recording this, but I wanted to give you a good glimpse into how it works. So, congrats, you're in the intro video. You already did the first step correctly. The next thing you'll do is go into your discussion post. And so you just work your way down through the module. It's the easiest way to work through this course. So, the things you'll need in order to learn in this course are, of course, Canvas, which we've just talked about. And then you will also be learning through your textbook. Make sure you're getting your textbook as quickly as possible because after week 2, no readings will be provided to you. You will have to get your textbook after MLK Day. You will also be watching lecture videos online. I'll be producing videos like this for all of the chapters and all of the modules each week. And those will be posted into YouTube so they're a little more accessible, but they're also linked through Canvas. So you should be able to access them easily. And then you'll also be learning from each other because a large part of this course is our discussion board post where we talk about how media affects each of us differently. And so I think it's a great opportunity for you to learn about your fellow students here at Montevallo. There are 4 different types of assignments for how I assess how you're learning through the course. The first is 4 exams, but only the top 3 grades count. So I'm only taking the highest 3 exam grades out of 4. You can drop any of the 4, and if you're happy with your first 3, you don't even have to take the final. So we'll talk about that a little bit more, but we use exams as one of the primary tools to assess. You'll also be doing digital literacy worksheets, which you'll learn more about. You'll be doing a major media project where you can pick one media project of your interest out of 7 options, and you can work on that all semester. It's not due until finals week. And then throughout the course of the semester, you'll be doing those discussion board posts that we just talked about. So, a few tips for success and how to do well in this course. First, read the syllabus, use it, and make sure that you are using that tentative schedule kind of as a checklist. Go in order and make sure that you're doing everything that's on the syllabus and the modules so that you don't let something slip through the cracks. Make sure you get the textbook and get it early because the readings are very important for this class. Make sure you sign up for email alerts. If you go to the announcements button over here on the Canvas page on the left hand side, make sure you're getting email or text alerts anytime I post an announcement. So that's where I share important details or changes to the course. You're also going to want to pay attention to deadlines, whether that's within the module itself or through the syllabus. Don't wait until the last minute to do things either, because a lot of these projects are a lot more in depth than they look and they might take more time. You want to make sure that you're doing quality work. So, the more you can work ahead, the better off you'll be. Make sure you watch the lecture videos. Some of them are upwards of 30 minutes, but uh, if you were in a regular in person class, you'd be sitting through a 45-minute lecture. So it's actually much shorter than what you would be getting in an in person class. And I do try to keep them as entertaining as possible. While you're watching lectures and reading your textbooks, make sure you're taking notes on important details because your exams are going to be open book, open notes. So if you do it while you're watching the lectures and reading, that will be less note taking that you'll have to do to prepare for each exam. And of course, I want you to reach out when you need help. There are very few people who don't do well in this class unless they just don't do any of the work or they fall really behind and they don't reach out and figure out how they can catch back up. And so, if you are going through something, and Lord knows after 2020 that we all need help sometimes, if something comes up, please tell me about it. I'm not someone who is going to judge you or penalize you in any way. If something really does come up or you need help, that is my job as your instructor is to be here to help you. So please, please, please reach out anytime you have a concern. I'm always here for you. So, how do you do that? Well, you can email me. I usually respond to email pretty quickly. My cell phone number is there, and you can text me. Although I tend to only want to use this for emergencies, but I do provide it for the students just in case. It's something that you need to contact me very quickly about. You can contact me through Canvas using the inbox, or you can contact me on Twitter. All of those are quick ways to get in touch with me. And we will talk about how to professionally email me within the syllabus video, as well as how to send me a Calendly link, which sets up an invitation for us to meet through Zoom if you desire. So now that you've completed the intro video, I want you to go into the discussion board post and introduce yourself so we can start getting to know one another as a class. Then you'll read the syllabus and take our practice syllabus quiz. This is not a graded quiz, but you still need to take it because you need to learn how Canvas operates for quizzes and exams before exam 1. And this will be the only opportunity for you to do that. Plus, you will need to take the syllabus quiz in order to demonstrate that you've actually read it for me. So please do that. We will have a second discussion board post this week, and this one's pretty easy. It just talks about after reading the syllabus, what are you looking forward to learning most this semester? I will have a third video for you where we'll be talking about the semester long assignments, and then you will read chapter 1 prior to next Monday. So that is week one. And I hope that you have enjoyed this intro video. I hope that you have a wonderful time in Mass Communication 100. If you have any questions about the course, what it's about, any questions for me, please don't hesitate to reach out and contact me. But I'm looking forward to a wonderful semester.